what Primavera P6 is, what it does, and why it matters for enterprise project planning and control. P6 is the go-to tool for scheduling complex projects, managing resources, and tracking costs. It's used by large organizations worldwide to keep projects on track. Throughout this lesson, we'll also see where P6 fits in the broader project management landscape.
So before we talk about the software itself, take a moment to consider the problem it solves. On a large construction, energy, or infrastructure project, you might be dealing with thousands of activities, hundreds of resources, and several projects all running at the same time. Spreadsheets break down fast at that level of complexity, so you need a system built specifically for that scale. And that is exactly what Primavera P6 delivers.
Primavera P6 is Oracle's flagship platform for project portfolio management. It's designed so you can plan, schedule, resource load, and control your projects from a single environment. And that environment scales from a single small project all the way up to a portfolio of hundreds of concurrent projects across your entire organization. That's the core of P6. It brings everything together from start to finish.
When someone says P6, they mean one of two products. P6 Professional is a desktop app installed locally. It's fast, powerful, and a favorite for individual schedulers. P6 EPPM Enterprise Project Portfolio Management is the web-based version. It runs in a browser, supports many users at once, and scales to organization-wide deployment. Both share the same scheduling engine, but they're built for different scales.
Your role and organization decide which one you use. For project controls engineers who build and maintain schedules, P6 Professional is the main tool. For organizations that need a shared platform where planners, managers, and executives all access the same data, EPPM is the answer. This course covers P6 Professional. That's where the actual scheduling work gets done.
P6 is built around three core modules that work together. The Enterprise Project together. The Enterprise Project structure organizes all projects into a company-wide hierarchy. The scheduling engine builds activity networks, defines logic, and calculates the critical path. The resource and cost module assigns people, equipment, and budgets directly to activities. These three modules are the foundation of everything you'll learn in this course.
Beyond core modules, P6 adds features that complete the project controls picture. Baseline management freezes approved schedules so you track variance. Earned value analysis gives objective performance metrics. Risk integration links risk registers to activities. Reporting produces dashboards and time-phased reports for any stakeholder. You'll use all these as the course progresses.
P6 deploys three ways: standalone, software and database on your machine for individual consultants. Client-server, multiple P6 users share a database on a network for project controls teams. Cloud EPPM, everything on a server or Oracle Cloud, accessible via browser. Size and IT setup decide the right option.
P6 licensing comes in a few forms. Named user licenses are tied to a specific individual and give full access. Concurrent licenses are shared to you by a set number, and that caps simultaneous users. EPPM subscriptions are cloud-based, billed per user monthly or yearly. Understanding the licensing model matters when setting up P6 for a team or advising a client on deployment.
P6 is the industry standard in complex, high-cost sectors. Construction and infrastructure firms manage multi-year builds with thousands of activities. Oil, gas, and energy companies run EPC projects and plant turnarounds. A day of delay costs millions. Government and defense agencies manage capital programs and comply with earned value reporting requirements. If you work in these industries, P6 is the tool you'll encounter on the job.
P6 supports the full project lifecycle. In initiation, you set up the project structure. In planning, you build the schedule and lock in a baseline. During execution, you update progress and track variance. At closeout, you archive data and generate final reports. Every course lesson maps to one of these phases. It helps to compare P6 to other scheduling tools. Microsoft Project is common for small to medium office and IT projects. Excel works for simple tracking but lacks scheduling logic. P6 is different, built for enterprise scale, with native support for multi-project portfolios and advanced resource leveling. In construction, EPC, and government contracting, P6 is the expected standard, not just an option. This is the P6 professional workspace y'all use most. On the left, the activity table for entering and editing schedule data. On the right, the Gantt chart shows the timeline and logic ties. The toolbar at the top puts every module within reach. Y'all spend most of your time in this view, and by the end of this course, it will feel completely natural.
Here's the arc of this entire course. You'll start by setting up the enterprise structure, then build a fully logic-linked schedule. Then load the resources and the courses and the costs, track the performance against the baseline, and finally produce reports and the portfolio views. Each chapter builds on the last, so the early lessons matter. 2 products, 3 deployment options, 1 industry standard. P6 Professional is for desktop schedulers. EPPM is web-based for enterprise teams. Deployment can be standalone, client-server, or cloud. Your choice. And P6 is the dominant tool in construction, EPC, energy, and government. With that foundation, the next lesson walks you through the P6 interface so you can navigate it with confidence.
Building on that foundation, y'all now open P6 and start navigating. We'll cover the menus and toolbar show they're a laid out plus switching between modules. And y'all see how the enterprise project structure ties everything together. See you there.